Hello, my name is Talicia Williams, and the topic I'm going to discuss today is adoption. November 1st starts what we now refer to as National Adoption Month in the adoption world. So I thought it would be beneficial to address this topic during my policy advocacy video. November has been recognized for the promotion of adoption since 1976 in several communities across the country. Massachusetts was the first state to promote the need for adoptive families for children in the foster care system. At that time, a week was set aside to promote awareness of this issue. In 1984, President Reagan proclaimed the first National Adoption Week. In 1985, President Clinton expanded the awareness to an entire month. In 1998, President Clinton asked the Department of Health and Human Services to expand the use of the internet in an effort to locate homes for children in the foster care system. In 2020, National Adoption Month Partners is an initiative of the Children's Bureau with the goal to increase awareness and support of the thousands of children in the foster care system that are awaiting permanent homes. The initiative is now supported through partnership with the Child Welfare Information Gateway and Adopt Us Kids. As previously stated, the Children's Bureau is in partnership of promoting efforts to reduce the number of children currently in the permanent custody of individual states, as no child should have to grow up in the foster care system. With the support of Adopt Us Kids and several other agencies that will be mentioned later, non-identifying profiles of America's waiting children are made available to families seeking to expand through adoption. Just to give you a little history of the Children's Bureau, according to our textbook, they were created in 1912 with a budget of $25,640 and was established to collect information on children that had been abused and or neglected. In the state of Alabama, there are 523 waiting children with no identified adoptive resource that are eligible for adoption. These children are eligible to be adopted in either of the 50 states, not just Alabama. With the help of organizations such as Adopt Us Kids, Heart Gallery, Children's Aid Society, etc., our state had a total of 107 adoptions finalized from October 2019 to September of 2020 for children with permanency goals of adoption or identified resources. This is an increase from 87 for the previous fiscal year. This does not include the children that were adopted by their foster parents. Strengths identified as it relates to adoption are children are placed in loving forever homes with families willing to provide the love and support that can carry them into adulthood. Families are expanded. Children are no longer dependent on the state to provide for their basic needs. Children over the age of 14 receive financial assistance from the state towards their post-secondary education at no charge to them. Some adoptive families are willing to allow children to have contact with biological families, providing that there are no safety risks. Children 5 and older are now qualify for subsidy payments until they are 18 years old. Weaknesses identified are some pre-adoptive families are expecting the children to be perfect. Older children have a longer wait time for placement as the babies are more easily adopted and they naturally become discouraged. Children feel they lose a sense of themselves in each home they are placed as they feel a need to conform to the way in which the new family operates. Policy changes I would recommend is to, of course, begin an open dialogue with children as their cases reach the termination stage in order to prepare them for changes that are to come. Provide as many supportive services as possible for these children. Make sure when safe and possible, the children have a termination visit with their parents so as to make their transitions into new families less strenuous. Also explore adoptive resources such as teachers, church members, coaches, etc. in the communities of children when appropriate, so as not to totally uproot them from all of the people they have known their entire lives. And last to allow children that are age appropriate to participate in the selection process. They are more engaged when they feel their input is. The next thing I want to talk about is requirements to become an adoptive parent. In the state of Alabama, in order to be an adoptive parent, individuals must meet requirements of citizenship. They must be a resident of the state of Alabama. This is just for Alabama adoptions. Age, they must be at least 19 years old. Marital status, if they're married, they must have been married for at least 3 years. Single parents can also adopt, so don't let that statement deter you. Employment, must have financial stability. They don't necessarily have to be rich, but they do have to be financially stable. Also have to be healthy, and also must be able to pass criminal history checks and clearances through the Child Abuse and Neglect Central Registry. Some planned activities for National Adoption Month includes an adoption parade that's being sponsored by the Art Gallery of Alabama, as well as APAC. We refer to them as APAC, but it stands for the Alabama Pre-Post Adoption Connections. It's also it falls under Children's Aid Society. But there is an adoption parade that's being planned for Sunday, November 15th, from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, the same parade will also be taking place at the following locations: at Jefferson County, at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens, in Montgomery at Blunt Cultural Park, in Mobile at Five Rivers Delta Center, and in Madison County at Ashbury Church. For more information or to register, please visit the Art Gallery's website, and the registration deadline is November 11th. Now, this parade is for families that have already adopted or are in the process of adopting. So the kids are welcome to come and participate in the drive-by parade. Also, here are some additional resources for you. I have the website for Art Gallery of Alabama, as well as Adopt Us Kids and Children's Aid Society. Thank you, and I hope you found my video informative.